Alright, so chapter 246 of My Hero Academia was a big sigh of relief for me. Because rather than having the villains of the story fade back into the shadows and isolate us from the real happenings of the story, we actually open up with some major developments from Shigaraki and Dr. Ujiko. And sure, in the previous chapters we had the UA staff discussing the current state of things, but for the most part their outlook was misinformed and unaware of the pending situation. And it wouldn't be the first time there was a big meeting after a major conflict and we just went back to rainbows and sunshines afterwards. But getting into the actual meat of this depiction, this man, Shigaraki he is too much. As if he didn't just get one of the biggest power-ups in the series thus far. As if he doesn't now possess a villainous force rivaling that of Hero Society. This man wants some more. And I gotta say, this dude is just, he's a thug, he's gangsta, because even with the limitations of his quirk gone, considering Redestro is still alive, to him, he didn't do enough damage. Despite his newfound destruction of destroying entire buildings. It's just absolute madness. This guy has one major weakness, and that's the overuse of his quirk, leading to the decay of his own flesh, which isn't an uncommon thing amongst quirks, that overuse leads to complications, but he's not satisfied, because he's done playing by the basic shonen rulebook. He's not going to underestimate the heroes anymore. He's ready to hit them up with all that he's got. And really, that is such an exciting thing to see a villain say as a fan. But ultimately, it would seem that Shigaraki is undergoing some sort of procedure in defiance of the quirk singularity theory, which is one of my favorite concepts in the series thus far, and I think really just took things power-wise to the next level. So to now know that it was in fact Dr. Ujiko who coined the term is really interesting and only makes me wonder more about his true identity. But with Shigaraki on the verge of undergoing this ridiculous procedure, we're given what is essentially a countdown to our own demise, as he'll need to endure 4 months of extreme agony. Not only does that further show us just how far this man is willing to go for power, domination, and destruction, but it also shows how long the Hero Society has to prepare for it all. So I'm really hoping the UA kids and the heroes in general grow exponentially, because they are in for some serious trouble when this man comes back to fight. And oh my god, it looks like Shigaraki is now being told of one for all, which just sets up poor little Deku. I mean, I really didn't expect to be relying on the prospect of multiple quirks this much, but damn my guy, you gotta get it together because niggas on your head top now. But after that, we focus back on Endeavor decoding the message Hawks left him. And I can't lie, I'm honestly pretty surprised he managed to decode it as quickly as he did. But I'm definitely not complaining because that means we're not slowing down. Now big ol' Heater Man actually has a reason to give a damn about someone other than Shoto. Not only that, but for Hawks to have purposefully stolen the glory from Deku, Bakugo, and Shoto previously so that they'd end up underestimated by the enemy is just so good. This man is the GOAT. And honestly, after that terrible performance back at Deika, this man Dabi is the last person who should be underestimating anyone. For me, he better prove himself soon because he's kinda lagging behind from what I expected of him. But yeah, Hawks puts his faith in our fledgling heroes and we're blessed with a spread of where they're all at, and it's great. Ochako, Tsu, and Nejire are back with Ryuko, the number 10 overall dragon hero. Ida's over here being lame, playing by the books with the normal hero. Jiro and Shoki are right in the middle of some action alongside Gang Orca and some goons. Sato, Ojiro, Shishida, and Shota are over here with some furries and hopefully gaining something in the process. Two easily forgettable characters, Koji and Manga Boy, are with a forgettable hero, Wash. But I definitely won't sleep on them because this man Wash is apparently the number 8 hero, so go figure. My boy Kirishima and his boy Tetsu with the big homie fat gum. And there's even good old Sun Eater in the corner. I really love this group so much. They're just so good, and I hope we get to see more from them. Then there's Mount Lady, Kamui Woods, and our now number 4 hero, Edgeshot, with Kaminari, Mineta, Sero, and Ibara from Class 1B. So quite the large group here. But what's most interesting to me is that Edgeshot has the gospel of the Meta Liberation Army in hand, so it's possible that he's been informed by Hawk subtly as well. But there's also the fact that Kaminari's kind of a questionable man right now after throwing up gang signs, so I'm really interested to see where this might go and where exactly they are, as it specifically looks like a domestic area as opposed to all the other visible locations. After that, we get some student pairings, but no clear indication of the heroes leading them. I mean, it looks like there might be a little something going on behind Momo, but nothing substantial enough to speculate on. The next page has even more student pairings, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of pissed nobody's here with our number 5 hero, the rabbit hero Mirko. She just seems so interesting and I'm dying to see more of her shredded self. However, we do have some interesting shots of some unrelated things. There's All Might being emotional, Todoroki's mama doing what looks to be like praying or something, Gran Torino and True Man making somewhat questionable expressions towards Kurogiri, I'm guessing, who looks pretty devoid for a swirling black mist thing. There's also a tree for some reason, and lastly, Eri's monster of a Quirk seems to be popping off a bit, so who knows what's up with that. This chapter was yet another blessing from Horikoshi himself, and what I feel to be the true beginning of this new arc. And at that, I'm kinda hoping we get to see the perspectives of the other students during their respective training here and there, just to know how things are going with them. But to have Class 1A's Big 3 all in one place is really great on its own. And hopefully we can further the discussion in the comments. Let me know what field study, besides the one with Endeavor, you're most excited to see. Thank you all so much for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.